everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, today I'm doing my first speed build on the island of Sugarshore. I finally unlocked terraforming, but I haven't unlocked all the features on it yet, so I am doing my island entrance, which is going to be a very tropical entrance with lots of hints of pink, because that's basically the theme I'm going for on my island. It's very tropicore, but also like has a lot of pinks and lots of colors in it. So as you can see, the first thing I did is I placed down the shell arch and I started terraforming cliffs around it. I purposely left a lot of space in between the arch and the cliffs because I wanted there to be enough walking room so that I could build the little river, waterfalls, the little waterway for the bridge and all that. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just building the cliffs first around it, and then I went and rounded them up at the edges so that they wouldn't look so square. But yeah, that's basically what I'm just doing first. Yeah, and if you guys want to replicate this or recreate this, I'm just giving you guys a fair warning that this took me pretty much all day. I definitely spent a few hours on this at the very least. Because I really took my time on it and I really wanted it to turn out well, because I knew this was going to be a really big build for me, and I knew I wanted to go kind of like over the top with it. Okay, so now you can see that I am creating the little waterway, trying to figure out how wide I'm gonna make it, and I ended up making it about 5 tiles wide because I wanted the bridge to be as big as possible, because I feel like the bigger the water room is, the better your bridge is gonna look. So that's why I made it 5 tiles. And as you can see, Allie is being really sassy here. She's mad because I never talked to her, even though she decided to move into my island without my permission. So it's funny because she would not leave me alone when I was doing this part. So she literally just sat down and wouldn't move. So I ended up sitting next to her because, as most of you know, when you sit next to a villager, a lot of times they get up and they walk away, and that's literally what she did, which makes me think that the developers of the game literally made it to where if you sit next to a villager that's already sitting down, that they'll purposely walk away. It's just so funny to me. Yeah, so if you ever want a villager to leave you alone and they're just like sitting down, they won't move, just sit down next to them, they'll go away real quick. So as you can see, I have my little waterway now. I built the cliffs, I expanded them a little bit around it, and then here you can see I'm doing the waterfalls. So I think I did about like 4 squares on the first cliff and then like 2 or 3 on the second one. When I say squares, I'm talking about the water terraforming. So I did like 2 squares of the water on the top cliff, and then on the bottom one I did 4 squares. And then I did the exact same thing on the other side because I wanted it to be pretty symmetrical. You'll see later on that I don't make every single thing about this entrance symmetrical. I just did it in the beginning because I wanted it to look nice, but eventually you'll see that I make it look more natural later on because I wanted it to be very naturistic too, but I also wanted it to be kind of aesthetically pleasing at the same time, if that makes sense. So yeah. So now I'm done with that part, so I went ahead and headed over to the resident services to pick out a bridge. So I was very indecisive for a while because I wasn't sure specifically which bridge I wanted to use, but I ended up going with the wooden bridge because I felt like it was the best for what I was going for. I did contemplate on using the iron bridge just because I haven't seen a lot of people use it, but I decided I was just gonna go with the safe route and use the wooden bridge because I can always change the bridge later if I end up not being very happy with it. So then I went ahead and I placed the bridge right in the middle, and it fit perfectly. I feel like it looks really good too. And then I went ahead and just paid the construction fees in the same day. And after I did that, I did time travel one day because I wanted to have it finished because it made it a lot easier to work around whenever I was building the rest of the entrance. Okay, so once it was built, I put down the sand path, which I will have the code for in the description. And then as you can see, I'm putting down these palm tree lamps customized in pink. And then you'll see that I'm putting down another path, which I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like this really pretty like water type like pond that I did with these paths. Like I said, I'll have all the codes that I'm using in this video in the description so that you guys can use these as well, but I just thought it looked really nice on the side, and so I wanted to incorporate these. And then you'll see here I am planting a bunch of pink camellia bushes because I had a bunch of them and I felt like they looked really good with the theme, and they're a good way to decorate and fill space. I actually didn't use any flowers in this video, but I will eventually add flowers, so I used the bushes instead. Now you can see I am doing a bunch of cliffs toward the resident services because I wanted to start working on creating the path towards the resident services, so I kind of like made them go in this like zigzag. You'll see it's like not perfect. This is the part where like it gets less symmetrical because at this point I didn't really care and I kind of wanted it to be natural anyways, so you'll see that I just kind of zigzag both sides to have a nice leading path to resident services. And this part's really funny. So Leonardo actually ended up giving me a reaction while I was in the middle of building this, and he gave me the reaction of encouragement, which I thought was really funny because at this point I had been working on this for at least an hour, so I don't know, it was just really, I just thought it was cute. So yeah, as you can see, I am trying to even out both sides of the cliffs on the path to resident services because I wanted to kind of make sure there was enough space on each side. So I'm pretty sure I tried to make them 4 tiles wide. And then here I am laying down the sand path. So first I'm laying down the sand path so that it shows up on the map. And then after that, I will end up laying down the custom sand path over it that I really like. And now I am placing this outdoor bath on the side here because I thought it looked really naturistic and pretty right there. And then here on the cliffs, I started placing coconut trees. So what I did is I would use 1 block of the sand path, and then I would just go ahead and shovel in the coconut trees. And I wanted them to be on top of the cliffs like this throughout the pathway so that it would look like it was like a really nice tropical shady trail, if that makes sense, to get to resident services. So that's why I put all the trees, the coconut trees, on the cliffs instead of down below where there honestly wasn't much room anyways. Don't worry if you see a bunch of like sharp edges. I end up rounding all the edges in the end anyways, so everything ended up looking really natural and just really nice. So now I am placing these seashell partitions. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. They're customized in pink, and I just put them on the entrance that went from Resident Services because I wanted it to look nice. You can also see I have this bench that I put here, and that little potted plant there looked really nice, so I just ended up this is where I started placing a bunch of items, seeing what looked good, where things should go, and you'll see that I change the placement a lot, and I changed my mind about a lot of things because I was very indecisive and I had a lot of items to use. And then I'm also digging up spots to plant more of those pink bushes because, like I said, they're really good for decor and they take up a lot of space. As you can see, I'm planting more coconut trees on the top here, just trying to get that little shady effect going. It's just unfortunate that it's really hard to plant them on the edge of stuff because Animal Crossing likes to be really picky about where you can place your items, where you can plant your trees, but we made do. So now during this part, I'm just placing the custom sand path. I just really like it because it's kind of like this really nice golden natural looking sand, and it's like kind of this natural path that I prefer over just the regular sand. So like I said, I will have the code for that in the description, and you'll see that I have a little bit of trouble laying it out, but eventually I get it figured out. And it might look a little blocky near the end, but I can always fix that later. I just really wanted to focus on just getting the basic layout because this build, like I said, it took so long because there's a lot of parts that go into this build, and also this had a lot of terraforming in it, which, like I said, I haven't used terraforming since my old island, so it had been a while, and this was just me going off of my gut instincts. I'm no professional by any means, so if you see me struggle a lot with terraforming, that's why. But I still am really proud of the way this turned out because I feel like this turned out really well, because a lot of this I just had planned out in my head. I didn't really know where each and every single item was going to be placed. I didn't know, how much terraforming or how much I was gonna do. Like I said, guys, this took me all day, but I was really excited to finally start terraforming again because I have so many builds I want to do in mind, and now that I am getting the entrance out of the way, it helps me kind of narrow down how I want to lay out the rest of my island, and I'm really excited for it. So yeah, also if you guys do end up recreating this or building this, you should definitely post it on Instagram and tag me because I would love to see your builds as well. I pretty much did this from just my own ideas. I tried to look up cute tropical entrances, but I didn't really find anything I liked. Now that tropical islands are getting more attention and stuff, I'm really excited because I love everything tropical and I've always wanted to do this theme. So yeah, I just feel like everything looks good. And then during this next part, you'll see that I plant some orange trees on the little cliffs as well. Because I thought the orange trees had a nice little touch on the island along with the coconut trees. And then I just started placing more items. I put this shell fountain down, but you'll see I end up changing it later. I put down this monstera plant, pretty sure that's what it's called. And then I just grabbed a bunch more orange trees because, like I said, I wanted to add some orange trees into the mix because I thought it looked nice. And then I added these cacao plants next to the shell partitions, which I'm still not really sure about, but I can always change it later. And then I was experimenting with some more plants. I just wanted to add a bunch of plants just because I think it looks really nice. I ended up adding this pink flamingo next to the outdoor bath because I thought it was cute and it added a little pink touch, and also I love birds, so it looked really nice and tropical. And so yeah, that is all for my build. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, if you do end up recreating it or trying to build it, then tag me on Instagram because I would love to see your builds. During this last part, I actually added one of the festival items, and I thought it looked really cute because, and I don't know about you guys, but I love the new the items from the new update, and I will be using them a lot on my island because some of them are really tropical and really colorful, and I'm really excited about the new items. I only used one in this build because I was more focused on getting stuff done, but I am super excited to use the new items in some other builds, so keep a lookout for that. You can see I struggled a lot because this item takes up so many tiles, but I just ended up planting another bush in the awkward space that it made. But yeah, I think it turned out really tropical and pretty. Like I said, I'm going for like a tropicore theme with hints of pink, so if you guys are going for like a tropical theme but you don't want pink, you can obviously use whatever colors you guys want. Also, I really like the way that it turned out on my map. I think it looks really good, and like I said, I'll probably add more later or adjust some things later, but for now I feel like this looks really good, and I feel like it's a really good start to my island. So yeah, I was really excited to finally get around to doing this for you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below, and like I said, I worked really hard on this, so I hope you guys like it. And if you are new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, or you found it helpful, or you just like my content in general, then make sure you like and subscribe, because it really helps me out. It really helps the channel. And also follow my Instagram, because I am trying to post a lot more on there and be a lot more active on there. And I just got a bunch of new presets that I'm going to be using for that extra tropical aesthetic, so keep a lookout for that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and also make sure to turn on your post notifications to see when I upload next, because I do upload pretty frequently. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.